Hey, namaste, guys. Um, I'm sure you all know, uh, I've seen or heard a lot of the ish that is going on in the entertainment industry, which includes the music industry and Hollywood, because, film and music fall under the entertainment industry. And I've been saying for over 2 years that Hollywood will fall and the music industry will fall. Yeah, the entertainment, and I put that in quotation, industry will fall because the veils are thinning. And no, in the previous recording, which the previous video before this, which was recorded earlier on in September, but I never got around to uploading that video. Um, I mentioned that the veils have thinned out and things, all that is in darkness is now coming to light. I mentioned many a times that we are in the age of Aquarius, which represents enlightenment, truth, judgment, sudden justice. And um, a lot of ish is coming to light. All praises to the spirit, to the spirits, the great spirits. And let me just say, I said before that the people who these people were victims to these people who they've slaughtered, killed, you know, for the purpose of fame and wealth. They're behind a lot of what's taking place because what happens is people think that when they kill people, it ends right there and the spirit has no power. And I've been telling you guys that's not so, that's not true. That's why you gotta be careful what you do. Yeah, because you kill somebody, you think that, oh, that's the end of them. No, that's not the end of them. That is never the end. So I told you guys too that before, Jay-Z's name was even brought up in any of this, that he is next. Yeah, and this video isn't gonna be a long one. This recording won't be long. And just like if any updates, um, you guys been, some of you, well, you all who follow this channel have been anticipating uh word from me in regards to what's happening. I know what's happening. I'm watching from a distance as always, and you see that a lot of things that I've spoken about is manifesting. Like I am small island. I'm not physically acquainted with any of these people, but guess what? I'm very much connected to spirit, to source, and that's where I get all my downloads. Yeah, so yeah, I'm cooking. So, Jay-Z and so many other of these so-called celebrities, people who a lot of people worship and idolize, they're being exposed, and more is to come. I said, I think on my other astrological channel, I mentioned that the fifth year of this Chinese astrological zodiac is gonna be transformative because the fifth house is in Scorpio, and Scorpio rules death and transformation. So a lot of people's lives are gonna be transformed. The world itself will never be the same again, and in a beautiful way. A lot of catastrophe, but guess what? The catastrophes are to usher in beautiful beginnings, beautiful newness, because the authentic people who are meant to be singers, the true celebrities, the stars, you know, are about to take our places on the Wheel of Fortune, but guess what? Spirit had to clear house. Spirit has to clear house, and that's what's going on now because a lot of these people, who are considered celebrities are just wannabes. Frightened Friday, let me tell you, they he pays them money, and look how dumb these motherfuckers are. So he pays them money to do all sorts of shit, for record label deals and for fame and worthless acknowledgement. And they don't think to themselves, because they know they're being recorded, they don't think to themselves that um, these recordings and videos will eventually be used against them in the future. And when you look at a lot of these people caught up in this charade and nonsense, you realize that majority of them are black people, the melanated people. And I've been saying this, that black people, they're not futuristic, they're not the Aquarius frequency, they don't think about the future, the futuristic implications of what they do now. They don't plan for the future, so they don't think ahead. They're not really that smart. Yeah, well, there are smart black people like myself, but the majority of the collective isn't, because they do shit and they don't think about the futuristic implications, like I said. So somebody offers you $50 million, right, to uh engage in uh immoral acts. You don't think to yourself that them same videos will be used against you to bribe you to not just get back that $50 million that motherfucker gave you, but more. So they get 50 million now from him to do certain ish. He in turn use those videos. What do you think he uses those video recordings for? To just kick back and rewatch and get a kink out of them. Well, yeah, that too, but he uses them as uh, collateral so that he can constantly get money from these people. So it's like an investment for him. So he eventually gets back the 50 mil that he gives a dumb motherfucker and more. Okay, and then he goes on to tricking somebody else, and he's not the only one. You got Jay-Z, you got Russell Simmons, you got all these, you got Bill Cosby, you got all these quote unquote big shot melanated quote unquote celebrities. All of Hollywood is involved, all the music industry is involved in this ish, because every one of them have been to did these freak off parties at some point in time, whether it was once or twice or every year. Okay, and it's now coming to pass, and this explains the industry plans, because guess what? He brings in these new artists, the same with Jay-Z, and they gotta do ish to get record label deals. They're not selected based off of talent, mere skill and talent. Because listen, majority of them, if not all of them, do not write their own songs. They're not the best vocalists. There's so many talented people out there, phenomenal singers, songwriters. Like for me, I've been saying, being a musical performer, a singer, an artist, a rapper, you should be able to write your own goddamn songs and raps. Why does somebody gotta write that for you? Now, why? Why? Let me answer the question as to why. Because they're not talented. Their industry plans, their people were willing to go down low for fame and fortune, because them frightened Friday. And them frightened for bling and the high life brands, and that's why they boast so much, because them boasting is them boasting is them boasting is their way of trying to make themselves feel good, that all the download shit that they had to do to get to where they are was worth it. And I'm telling you, a lot of these motherfuckers got insomnia. They cannot sleep at night because of the ish that they had to do. And when I told y'all about soul selling, I said this before way down on the channel that it is not meeting up with this figurative, this imaginary figure they call Satan, cutting your wrist or your finger, dripping, leaking out some of your blood, dipping a feather in your blood, and signing a contract. That is not what soul selling is. It is disregarding your morals and your values and ethics for fame and value, and for fame and fortune. And pretty much all the motherfuckers you see there, especially the melanated ones, did just that. All these big famous people that you guys idolize, they're shit. They're nothing. They're nobodies. And I saw a video earlier where in which this woman was, she was making, she was distinguishing between celebrities and superstars. Okay. And a superstar is what I would call it. We would call a star in Tarot in the spiritual community. Um, these people, they, it's just so crazy how the tables are turning. It's just, I'm not surprised. Though, yeah, I'm still surprised because it's so amazing how accurate spirit is. And the mere fact that I'm not afraid of people calling me crazy because I'm very patient. I can wait until the truth shows itself, and then people realize, just like, with Jaguar, right? When she's been telling people for years, like, I never used to listen to her. It was just recently that I started to listen to this woman, I think this year or something, a couple months ago. I'm like, she's talking about the same ish that Spirit's been telling me. I'm like, wow, but a lot of people in the States, and we'll follow up, conspiracy theories, they already knew about her. And a lot of people said she was crazy. They even paid her own kid to come out and say she's possessed by demons and stuff. And yet, all of what she said, including what Cat Williams said and other people out there have been saying, is now coming to light and being confirmed, right? So who's the crazy one now, right? People want to live in this facade thinking that, oh, the world is just as it it's presented to them, because they're deadheads. They don't like to think, and they don't like to analyze and connect the dots or to find truth. They just want people to feed them shit, and they just accept that shit and digest it, and they don't question anything. So these industry plants, they are these, so-called performers, musicians, artists who are easily manipulated by these perverts, okay? People who they can control. Because guess what? A true artist, you cannot control a true artist. Everything is authentic, and we have that form of rebellion where we don't give a shit. It's not about the money, it's just about the passion of what we're good at and what we do. But we got these industry plants, they come into the music industry, the acting industry, because they want attention. A shay confirmation. They just want attention. They're not passionate about that shit. They want money, they want attention. That's what their lives are, um, revolve around. They have no souls. All they're passionate about is uh, money, status, attention. They're attention whores. Okay, so all these new artists that you see coming out, and even the older ones, they're fakes. They're industry plants. People planted in the industry to be actors and, musicians, but they're really not. They're nothing but mere prostitutes. So I'm here for it. I don't really drink tea, but I'm spiritually sipping my tea, watching everything, having a grand old time, because the Matrix is falling. Hollywood is falling. I said that Hollywood gonna burn. The music, the entertainment industry gonna burn, and y'all seen that for yourself. Jay-Z's up next. You got Beyonce, you got Rihanna, You got I'm not even gonna really say Nicki Minaj because I don't really think they have anything on Nicki Minaj, and that is why Jay-Z is going at her so hard. Okay, yeah. So what I do think they need to do the justice system is to make amendments to their justice system, the rules and constitutions in regards to like how where they whose name they put their assets and wealth in, because they are acting like they're smart. Like Diddy, he put Ish in his mom's name and his kids' names, because at the end of the day, they when they're supposed to be sued and lawsuits come up against them, you know, they're gonna say, "Oh, my net worth is actually this, because that and that is tied in my mom's name, my kid's name." And I think there needs to be an amendment to the justice system where in which all that shit gets override. How did your mom come by this? She came by this through you. So guess what? It's still yours, and we taking that shit. We're reclaiming that so that we can, okay, compensate the victims. And I feel like that is going to happen because I feel it strongly in my system. So that's all I got to say right now. Later, when I feel like putting more 2 cents in, 2 cents is in, I'll do that, or when I get more downloads. So thank y'all for tuning in. I'll advise you to get, your cup of coffee or tea or whatever the fuck you sip on, or wine, and just enjoy the show. Namaste. Mwah.